Welcome to Millionaire Mindset, where we give you ways and advice to achieve financial freedom. From a technological standpoint, this is the best time to be alive and the easiest time to make money. We don't think you guys grasp the number of opportunities at your disposal, so that's why we're making this video. We'll go from the very basics of e-commerce to more complex topics like crypto stacking and the future of the internet. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Number 1. Live streaming. Some already say that live streaming is the next color TV. Just look at the jump in Twitch searches last year. Big manufacturers are also selling streaming kits to make the process even easier. Not that you would need that kind of tech. And there's another technological advancement in this field. Have you ever heard of VTubers? Now that's a super cool way to use technology and content creation. However, you should know that the competition is enormous and you're going after your viewers' valuable time, especially at peak hours. But there is a clear monetization system here. People subscribe, you get paid. There's a saying between professional esport players that you reach the peak of your career when you go into full live streaming because that's where the real money is. Number 2. Podcasting. Although not a quick high-income earner, podcasting is still a great way to make money online consistently. One podcaster named Leo Laporte earns $50,000 per episode on his podcast. There are several sources of income in podcasting: affiliate marketing sponsorship, ad revenue, courses, services, donation, or premier memberships. As one podcaster named Jordan Harbinger said, podcasts are essentially audio Netflix. Number 3. Paid subscriptions. Patreon, OnlyFans, and Substack are just some examples of paid subscriptions. If you're an avid YouTube user, you might notice that most of your favorite channels have Patreon already, because members can earn a monthly salary through these sites by receiving money from their patrons. Compare that to YouTube, where you only earn money if your video get excellent views. And as for OnlyFans, there's a story of a girl who is earning around $150,000 on the platform. But it turns out the girl is enrolled in a Catholic school, and when the school priest discovered her account, they immediately expelled the girl. Makes you wonder what the fathers were doing on OnlyFans in the first place. Another example is Jordan Peterson, a Canadian psychologist. He became quite famous these past few years, and his Patreon earnings and a pure indication of it. When he joined in August 2016, he earned only $1,000 a month. Pretty soon after, he was earning $14,000 a month. And these days, he's making approximately $1 million per year through Patreon. Number 4. Internet of Things. If you're a young developer, the Internet of Things should be the only thing on your mind. The term might be new to some of you, so if you want to have a great grasp of it, listen to the story. In 2020, Google invested almost $500 million in a home security company. Now, why would Google invest in such a seemingly random company? Because they are playing the long game. This story is related to the idea of the Internet of Things. The term refers to the network in which devices talk to each other. It's how you pay with your watch, turn off the lights by yelling at a box, or how you can make sure you lock your front door from your phone. That is why Google invested so much money in a home security company. They want to lead the pack in this industry. This Internet of Things will eventually be the norm. So developers knowing how this works and bringing value into this field will get paid big time. And for investors, this should give you an idea of what companies to add to your portfolio. Number 5. Social media. We know, social media gets a bad rap these days, but that's only because people are straight up using it wrong. They either collectively hate something in a Facebook group or complain about unrealistic body standards on Instagram. The better way to use social media is to create an audience. And people should be taking advantage of that. I mean, that's the whole purpose of these sites, right? Connect people around a shared interest. There's an article that told a story about how a startup got to work with Snoop Dogg in under 48 hours with no prior connections. Everyone will be much closer if you use social media the right way. Number 6. Clubhouse. Most of you might not know, but this is where Elon Musk cooled the Robinhood CEO for stopping retailers from buying GME stocks. If you're unfamiliar with the story, look it up after watching this video. Just does. It's worth it. We included Clubhouse even though it dropped in popularity among users for 2 reasons. 1, it's still in the early stages, so every time you get a chance to be an early adopter, you should take it. And 2, they just implemented a payment system where users can tip their favorite host, with 100% of the tips going to the creator. This means if you have something to say and find a reason for people to listen to you, Clubhouse could be the perfect environment for you. Number 7. NFTs. These are undoubtedly hot commodities right now. But did you know that the most expensive NFT sold is every day, the first 5,000 days? This is an artwork by an artist called Beeple, and it sold for $69.4 million. We had a video talking about the top 10 current highest selling NFTs. You can watch it after this video. So how can this technology make you rich? It's the perfect answer to the copyright issue and an excellent way for digital creators to monetize their work. Plus, it's here to stay. Like Gary Vee said, everyone will have their own NFT project just like everyone has a social media account. Understanding supply and demand have never been more critical, but please be educated as you spend your time and money. Number 8. Crypto. Just like NFTs, it seems that we've included crypto in all of our list, but there's a perfect reason for this. New world-changing technology is super exciting to us. There are 2 ways you can make money with crypto. Well, besides literally creating your own coin, but we won't go into that one. We are only talking about how you can mine and stake them. However, we will focus on the second one, because we're pretty sure every one of you has heard of mining Bitcoin, and you kind of understand what it means already. Staking is an alternative way of validating transactions in the blockchain network. In other words, you put your coins into one place and get interest over time. Think of it as putting money in a savings account and gaining interest in return. So these 2 are the go-to ways to make a quick buck with crypto. Number 9. VR and AR. Virtual reality is still in its early days because entry costs are still relatively high. Headsets are expensive, plus you need a pretty decent PC to power it. However, this can be a perfect place to set a foothold for digital artists. Anytime you have a chance to become an early adopter, you should take it. There aren't that many VR developers running around. Still, predictions say that the industry will hit revenues above $50 billion by 2022. Plus, VR gear will eventually drop in price as the technology advances. Number 10. E-commerce. Our last one might be the easiest and the most straightforward way to make money. I mean, the name commerce is in the name. E-commerce has evolved in the past few years. Most platforms automate pretty much every part of the selling process to a point that your grandma could do it without assistance. For example, puzzle games skyrocketed during the pandemic, so you could have made a website then selling dropship puzzles easily for one morning while drinking your coffee. Imagine how much you're earning money today. So next time a situation like this presents itself, here's a little advice from us. Use Shopify, since it's by far the most accessible and the most straightforward e-commerce platform out there. That's our video for today. We hope you liked that one. Do you think of other technologies that are bound to make people rich over the next few years? Share them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from them. Join us again in Millionaire Mindset for another round of tips in achieving your financial freedom. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.